things. Now I wanna be your dog. Now I wanna be your dog. Now I wanna be your dog. Well, come on.
That's them back there. Let's meet them now. I am delighted to be able to say to you, ladies and gentlemen, it's Iggy and the Stooges. Good to see you. Come on in and sit down. There you go. That's a different take on your music there for you. Guys, thank you so much for coming on. I'm so excited you're here. Congratulations on being back together. Let me introduce you. We have Iggy here, of course. Then we have the great Iggy Pop. Mr. Ron Ashton, one of the greatest rock and roll guitarists in the world. And Mr. Scott Ashton, one of the greatest drummers as well. Together, Iggy and the Stooges. Now, guys, what a history you've had. Just talk us through it a bit if we can. When did the Stooges, you guys first get together? When did you first start playing? And then when did you split up? And then when did you get back together? And then when did you split up? And why did you split up? And when did you get back together again?
It's a long time ago, and then there was a break. Then we started back up, and now we're together.
67, we decided to do it, and it took a year of just f***ing around and people like going, no, don't do that, you know. And then we.
So people weren't immediately thinking this is a great rock and roll band. You didn't immediately find your audience.
No, they were embarrassed for us, and then they went. We took up a notch. They hated us. Yeah. We played in '68. A lot of people hated it, and other people were going like, oh, that's pretty cool, you know.
They kept coming.
And then by '69, we got a record.
So you kind of wore them out, really, then.
Yeah, kind of. Yeah, we kept at it, you know.
Yeah, wore them in. And how was the music when you first started? Was it the same sort of music that you play today? I mean, what kind of a racket did you make early on?
It was trancey and spooky and kind of like those, like if those bubbles were on a big raft of Dilaudid or something. Like moody, bubbly.
Like, but noisy, I guess? Quite a big sound?
Just noise.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Actually invented our own instruments.
What kind of instruments?
Blenders with water in them.
Vacuum
cleaners. Washboards with contact mic and golf shoes.
And people didn't like this at first?
Some people, yeah. Well, you got some people liked it and some people went, well, that's not proper music sort of thing. You know, I have worked so hard to be a piece of wanking shit. And here this monkey.
Iggy, calm down. This is a long time about it, all right?
They
love you now. No, it's okay, but we've got over that hump. It's okay. And so what happened to you guys? Because you were just about kind of getting known, and people were getting excited about your noise, and then it ended. So what was it? Were you disagreeing? Was it because of substance abuse? Was it just because...
Well, I had become unsound, you know, like Colonel Kurtz in Apocalypse Now.
So you'd gone a little bit crazy?
Yeah, you know, I mean, it was a real strain, sort of, for me, just mentally, just lifting the whole thing up to where it got. And you know, there's some people, the people who liked us really never talked about it until we broke up, and then they all say, oh, I was there, you know, and blah, 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 so.
It's that guy again who you don't
like.
And
I just sort of went out.
Let me run this story past you. I heard you went down once, the band are playing behind you, and you started dancing in front of a beautiful lady, and the band are still churning away behind you, really keeping it tight behind you. And then the beautiful lady had a male friend with her who wasn't particularly pleased to see you dancing with her, and he punched you and knocked you out. This is what I heard.
No, that guy was, he was in a biker gang, and he was a young thug in training, and his initiation to the gang was to throw an egg at me. The egg Iggy Pop, so there was no chick. Okay. He just started egging me, and I was wearing like this little ballet costume, but I still wanted to defend my honor. So I said, hold on, let's just stop everything right here.
So you stopped the gig?
I stopped the gig. Let's see this guy. Come on, you know, and he just like...
The crowd parted.
Yeah.
But you seem to invite that kind of, not deliberately invite it, but you seem to create that kind of thing on a regular basis.
Used to.
But not just that kind of business. I mean, the fact that I would have thought, and we know that rock and roll is you know, the place where a lot of people enjoy excessive behaviour. They enjoy mind-altering substances. They like to push themselves in that way. And you kind of really did push the boat. Can I ask you, and we're not doing this in a way to try and encourage youngsters, but certainly, historically, I believe this is of interest. What kind of substances would you have absorbed when you were pursuing these kind of highs?
It started on marijuana, and then it moved up to a gaseous substance called DMT, which if you inhale it, when you exhale, you'll go to the moon for 15 minutes. It's stronger. Then there was LSD, and then that wasn't strong enough, so there was something called STP. And when we had STP, he had to lead me. We were in New York, and I didn't know enough to stop at the stoplights or stay out of traffic.
So you were walking into the
You're
room.
high 3 days.
I tied a belt.
He had to tie a beat to it. He had a leash.
I had to leash him around Manhattan.
Let me ask you about another thing I heard about you, Gerd. I don't know if it's true, is that once, in an effort to try and get yourself high, you electrocuted yourself.
Well, no, I went home. We were all like, we have a guy, and then you get high on it. And I said, well, I read that you can get high like with electroshock. And so I had this old my Lionel train set had a transformer on it. So I tried.
So you gave yourself electric shock?
Yeah.
Okay. And did it work?
I tried to smoke spider webs that night too.
Now, hang on, what's that? You tried to smoke a spider
Spider
web?
webs. I went down and got spider webs.
Why would you smoke a spider web?
Well,
Said you could
it
get
seemed
high.
like you might get high.
Who told? Where did we just make that up, or you heard that from somewhere?
Oh, all the rumors that go around for different things that might work.
So you did smoke a spider web?
Yeah.
And did it get you
just
high?
got a headache, and also from the electroshock.
Well, don't do that. Why are you doing that? Stop it.
That was a weird house. We lived in it was a Gothic farmhouse with
And you
no
lived together,
furniture.
all of you?
Yeah, that was a bad one. We had about 3 or 4. That one wasn't good. Okay. Dead cornfields all around, and we didn't have a gig.
There was a serial killer on the loose, and the 7th body was dumped about 100 yards down from our house. I thought, for sure we're going to get in trouble. And I was actually called down to the police station to talk to them because I was at the place where the woman was kidnapped that night, and someone remembered my face. So I went, what? And that's a nightmare, thinking that they're going to accuse you of being a serial killer.
And even worse, you then go home to a bloke who's smoking spider webs and giving himself electric shock, saying, "Had to go down to the police
It
station."
was nice at the police station.
Now, why are you guys back together? What's happened? Why did you decide it was time to get back together? Because you've had great success as a solo artist. You guys have worked with many other talented musicians. There must be something about you working together that you like. Is it just because you know each other when you were kids, or what is it?
That's a part of it, because we birthed this band. And as Iggy said, he ran out of ideas, and it was the perfect time. It just happened to be the right time. We were offered, he called up and says, hey, I got a project. Are you interested in a project? I'm going, yeah. He said, you can have 2 weeks to say, you can say no now, tell me no or yes in 2 weeks, and yeah, let's do it. So it was